I often say that friends are the postcard life mails on the address of your heart, soaking in their sunshine, rejoicing in their colors, and calling them your own forever is truly a privilege. And yet, finding the right kind of friends is a pursuit of a lifetime. Even if you had great friends throughout your childhood that have now carried forward and been your friends for a long time, still people need to evolve to the demands and the pressures of our maturing life. The pain, the heartbreaks, the shitty boss, the troublesome situations all need to be dealt with people who are dynamic and constantly evolving as you are. And friends need to fulfill that role because they take care of our emotional and mental well being on so many levels. They are the family we get to choose, as it's popularly said. And so I was reflecting about the kind of friends we need in our adult life. What are the qualities? What are some of the traits we need to make sure as we are filtering and making room for the best kind of friendships? Number one, the kind of friends who want more of your life, but for you, not for themselves. It is an amazing privilege to be surrounded by people who, in many ways, empower you into, having to receive great goodies, going on amazing trips, getting a million Instagram followers, receiving, a pay hike, meeting the love of your life. It's empowering to have those people around who are genuinely happy for you, and the ones that see you succeeding and don't think this is what I should have gotten instead, but you, the lucky one, got it. The kind of friends who don't measure your success with the inch tape of their own growth. You see, it's no competition to succeed in relation to one another. And so when friends start to think that they should have benefited in a situation in life, and in a similar situation you rather got rewarded, there will be contempt and there will be fear and greed. That intimidation is not only self-harming, but it is also very critical in chipping away your confidence over time. Number two, those who don't use you as a means to an end, but see you for who you are. Zadie Smith said it beautifully that the hardest thing for anyone to accept is that other people are as real as you are. That's it. Not using them as a tool or examples or ways or things to make yourself feel better, not to get over and under, but to realize that other people's emotions are as real as your emotions. Adulthood demands, in many ways, the kind of friendship that overrides expectations, that outshines this transactional nature of you do this for me and I get to do this for you. In many ways, expectations are going to be there in any relationship. How we navigate through them and how people hold space when we fall short of those expectations is really a litmus test in understanding how we are seen for who we are as people who fail, people who can have a bad day, not having consistently the kind of energy we might have had when you met us the first time, or when you met a friend who had an amazing level of enthusiasm. We are people with varying degrees of emotions and attitudes. And when we acknowledge that our expectations are not going to color who you are, that is truly when you can enjoy the relationship of friendship with someone else. Number three, those who don't trump your feelings just because theirs are more apparent or intense. You see, feelings of loss, pain, grief, we all experience it after you've lost a loved one, passing away of your beloved dog, losing a job. These are things that happen to all of us no matter what. And in those circumstances, it is needed to surround yourself with people who don't feel this intense urge to outshine your experience and your pain with the one they had previously or they knew of someone who had it. How many times have you met people who you tell or confide in and say something to, and they tell you, let me tell you, I handled it so much better and this is how I would do it. You don't need those friends as adults who tell you how they're constantly better at situations and their personal perspective shall inform how you react and behave to your circumstances. People often have troubles expressing, and there are people who are out there who can verbalize and articulate everything they're feeling in their lives to the perfect T. Understanding which category of a person, a characteristic you belong to, can help you define and associate the kind of friends you want to be involved with. Number 4, those with whom you can share your silence without being uncomfortable. You can tell a lot about someone in whose presence you can be silent and yet not feel awkward and discomforted. Adulthood hopefully gives everyone the chance to have people in their lives who can allow them to wander within and yet not feel alone. People who let you be lost in your thoughts while you are in their company is a total joy to experience. And an added bonus is the kind of people who understand your silence, what you're going through, how your day might have shaped or panned out to be. And if they need to give you a little more time before you can speak your truth out or articulate what you're intensely feeling. Silence is a true gift in friendship. You can be in the presence of another individual, listen to a song, drift away in your own imagination, and come back to find them sitting right next to you and holding that beautiful space in which you can be yourself and still enjoy their company. Number 5, those who don't feel like a full-time job. The lives we live are demanding. It's excruciating with the to-do list and the schedules and the notifications, the deadlines. And amidst all of that, the kind of people who understand that it is nearly impossible that every person you love or care for, you would pick up the phone and have to, the time to chat for an hour almost every other day, is really asking for too much in the present time. And so people who allow you the freedom to invent your own ways of keeping in touch, the ones who give you the luxury to understand and define how you would like to reach out and check in with them and, take a sort of an overview of their situations, of their days, weekly, monthly, whatever basis suits you. And in that process, I think friends who, despite the odds, don't feel that your love for them is transitory or temporary. They would like to have, your energy in the room, their arms around you, your laughter in their ears, the spark of or reflection of your face in their eyes. But they understand it's not possible now. So they tell you, go live your life and I love you no matter what. So every time you circle back to them, you will see and sense a familiarity that only they can provide, who are not intimidated or insecure by sending you away. Number 6, those who act as your safety net while encouraging you to fly. When self-doubt in engaging with something that is unknown slides in, we all need friends who will encourage you to give it a shot, to go all in and not give up. The ones that convince you that even if you fail, they will still stand beside you to try again or find another path. The ones who don't make you feel just because you fail, you are a failure, or just because you are faced with a little bit of a defeat, they are done with you. The ones who guide you to use your resources, your richness, your abundance in more meaningful ways, and in ways that probably will not just impact you, but your circle, your community, your family, and the whole world. The kind of friends who remind you that they will be your earth when circling the sky withers you out. And those friendships are precious because they do not come with the pressure of constantly trying to prove. When you earn that friendship, you proved enough. And now, every single chance you get to interact with them is a chance to high five your souls and to enjoy the process of understanding each other. Adulthood is not easy. I say it's the loan we pay for the innocence of childhood that we were gifted. And friends who allow you to not feel that you're in debt constantly are to be cherished through and through. So enjoy your friendships, find new ones, and cultivate them with a beautiful sense of longing and belonging.